should deal with this issue the same way we'd want it dealt with if it was our child.
Obama is using federal law to make sure that children can use whatever bathroom they choose.
That said that if that Hunter Biden laptop story
Have any arguments against that right now? And I want to see how it goes. This right here is nuts, man. Oh my goodness, it's nuts. All right, so first we're going to show this right here, and I'm going to show you a town hall of him addressing this situation right here. When he actually put this information out here, Republicans did what they were supposed to do. You guys stood up. You guys said, yo, I'm not dealing with this. My child got to deal with this. Nah, not at all. But watch this right here. This right here proves that he ran this. He ran this show, bruh. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. And the reason why I'm saying I can't believe it is because my family and I were huge supporters of the Obamas. Huge. Why? Because they're black. They're black and they're in the office of president in the United States. Oh my gracious, this never happened ever in life. First black president other than Bill Clinton. Okay. Other than Abraham Lincoln. But check this out, man. Here we go.
It's been a heated debate across America, sparked when the state of North Carolina passed a controversial law that would stop a transgender person from using a bathroom matching their gender identity.
As the father of 2 young girls, I can tell you it doesn't make any sense at all to allow adult grown men, strangers, to be alone in a bathroom with little girls.
It's an argument that made headlines on the campaign trail after Republican frontrunner Donald Trump said celebrity male athlete turned female Caitlyn Jenner could use whatever bathroom she wants.
Oh my God, a trans woman in New York. I gotta take a pee. Oh, God, okay. Thank you, Donald. I really appreciate it. And by the way, Ted, nobody got molested.
Wow. Wow, bruh. Really? Really?
The appeal for transgender rights has made its way to the Oval Office. And now the Obama administration is using federal law to say transgender students can use whatever bathroom or locker room they choose.
Obama is using federal law to make sure that children can use whatever bathroom they choose. And as we can see in this video right here, look at this. Look at this. As we can see in this video right here, little boy just smiling and just enjoying himself alongside a whole bunch of girls. That's what we're looking at nowadays.
Transgender students can use whatever bathroom or locker room they choose. A directive issued to make students feel safe. A survey of transgender students showed that around 75% of them don't, while another study has
75% of them feel unsafe at school, period. Nobody took the children into account when these decisions were made. Hold on.
linked the issue of transgender bathroom use, increased risk of suicide. This letter gives guidelines to schools and school boards across the U.S. on the rights of transgender students. And in the fine print of this 9-page document, it says that any school that goes against it could lose federal funding or face a major lawsuit.
Any school that goes against allowing boys and girls who identify as whatever the hell they want to identify as, they stop them from using the bathroom if they say, I'm a girl. Why can't I use this bathroom? If they go against that, they will lose funding and potentially be sued. This came down the pipe from President Barack Obama. He's about to try to explain it in his super cool way, his super chill way. I love everybody. I want to make sure the kids are all right. I want to make sure don't nobody hurt themselves. I want to make sure everybody feels safe because it's all about the kids. No, it's not. You taking God out of schools. You're removing all of that. You're allowing children to say what they are. They get to change it right now. Now, we're looking at high school students. That's what we just now saw a video of. Those look like high school students. But the little girl that we just now talked about, the 10-year-old autistic young lady who saw a little boy come into the bathroom and she seen his parts and said, you got boy parts. Why are you in the bathroom with me? Could you imagine being a 10-year-old? Could you imagine your 10-year-old, your niece, nephew, your children having this issue and then being reprimanded, suspended from school for 2 days and kicked. Come on, man. Come on. All because of this right here. If the school does not comply, then we will remove your funding and sue you. Now, most of the schools that they did this to, they didn't have to go that far because a lot of the schools are like, oh yeah, we'll play ball. They lean left anyway. We'll play ball. Absolutely. We think it's a great thing. We're not going to buck the system.
Much like the one the Department of Justice has filed against North Carolina.
This law provides no benefit to society, and all it does is harm innocent Americans. And instead of turning away from our neighbors, our friends, and our colleagues, let us instead learn from our history and avoid repeating the mistakes of our past.
U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch adding to the argument Friday that kind of discrimination certainly didn't belong in the nation's schools. Kilmany Dukart, TRT World, Washington.
Okay, here we go. Now we're about to see Mr. Smooth pull up, all right? Here we go. We're about to see Mr. Smooth now, and this is what it's all about. But check this out, man. Here we go. We're about to check out Mr. Smooth. Y'all already know that's one thing that they say about President Barack Obama. Something that they loved about him was that he was smooth. Yeah, he was smooth. He was able to blur the lines. He was able to blur the lines by allowing ungodly things to take place throughout the country and make it seem like it was a good thing. Made it seem like it was a good thing. He blurred the lines and made it seem like it was a good thing. Ain't that what the snake did to Eve? He tried to blur the lines and make it seem like it was a good thing. All right, we ain't gonna get into that right now. Listen, I just now said that. Try to blur the lines and make it seem like it was a good thing. Check this out. This man is about to ask President Barack Obama an upfront question about this situation, and watch how smooth he sells this, man. Anybody will walk away from this like, oh, I guess he is. I guess it do make sense. Okay, I'm fine now with my daughter using the bathroom with boys. It's because he answered it so smooth.
A strong believer in equal rights for everyone. A very strong believer in that. I was wondering though, with all the pressing issues that you have before you right now, why is the issue of which bathroom a person uses such an issue?
Well, you know what? It's a great question. Somehow people think I made it an issue. I didn't make it an issue.
You did, bruh. You did. When you involved your administration and you made it law. That's when you made it an issue. That's when you made it an issue. If you didn't involve your administration and make it law, if you didn't threaten the school system, the school board, and tell them, yo, if you do not allow these children to go to whatever bathroom that they identify as, then we're going to remove your funding or sue you. You made it an issue. You did that. We just now watched the video, bruh. Okay, let me be quiet.
There are a lot of things that are more pressing. You're absolutely right. What happened and what continues to happen is you have transgender kids in schools and they get bullied.
Here we go. So the first thing he does, he's not talking about the kids who identify. Let me tell you something. Kids that identify as another gender, they're not transgender yet. You're not transgender until you go through the surgeries to become another gender, the new gender. That makes you a trans woman, a trans man, because you've done something physically to put you in that situation. That's just me though. I'm not a doctor. Please take everything I say with a grain of salt, okay? But at the end of the day, he is automatically jumping to the worst of things. They're being bullied. They're transgender. No, what you said was people who identify can use whatever restroom that they want. And the school system cannot stop them, or else we will remove their funding or sue them.
And they get ostracized. And it's tough for them. We're of a generation where that stuff was all out of sight and out of mind. And so people suffered silently. But now they're out in the open.
This is what happens when you're friends with everyone in Hollywood. When you're now the president, you're the cool guy, you're the first black president, everybody in Hollywood want to be your friend. Right? We already know how crazy Hollywood is. We know how insane, how cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm telling my age when I say cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Only the people back in my generation would fully understand that. If you know what cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is, please drop a thumbs up so you can let me know that I'm not alone in this. But But he is friends with everybody in Hollywood. And the people in Hollywood, they all agree that this new movement, so to speak, is normal. This is the new normal. It's like that TV show on Netflix, Orange is the New Black. This is the new normal.
And the question then is, schools are asking us, the Department of Education, for guidance. How should we deal with this? And my answer is,
we will sue you if you don't comply.
that we should deal with this issue the same way we'd want it dealt with if it was our child. And that is to try to create an environment of some dignity and kindness for these kids. And that's sort of the bottom line. I have to just say what's in my heart, but I also have to look at what's the law. And my best interpretation of what our laws and our obligations are is that we should try to accommodate these kids so that they are not in a vulnerable situation.
Okay, so he said we want to address this with some dignity. All right, first off, you lost me there. All right, because the way that they decided to go about addressing this was lacking dignity altogether. All right, but we need to address this as if this was our child. How will Van address that? If that was my kid. If that was LFR JoJo, shout out to LFR JoJo. If you're not already following this channel, go ahead, check him out and watch his videos. That's my son. If that was my son going to school, in elementary school, talking about he's a girl and he get to use the restroom that the girls use, guess what? I'm going to handle that as a father, as a dad. I'm going to handle that. And I'm not going to tell him, yes, son, I support you 100%. You are a girl. They need to treat you like a girl, like the girl you was born as. No. And again, guys, I mean no disrespect to the LGBTQ, AI plus community and whatever other letters come from it and whatever other signals come from it. Okay? But I'm just letting y'all know that's how I will handle it. As for my girls, Javen, Naya, or Van Jr., my other son, any of my girls go to the schools and talk about, I'm a boy and I want to go to the boys' bathroom. What? You think a man, a father, most fathers, most dads are going to say, yeah, daughter, I agree. I agree with my baby girl. I agree with you. If you want to go use the bathroom with the boys, you want to go stand in the bathroom with the boys with their dinglings out, feel free. Listen, the school better not tell you can't use the bathroom with the other boys. You out your cotton picking behind, man. Ain't no dad gonna do that. So, Barack Obama, sir, if Sasha and Malia, I think that's their names, if Sasha and Malia would have told you that they wanted to use the restroom with boys, if they told you that they identified as your sons, you would not have dealt with it the way that you dealt with it for the rest of the country. That's cap. That is cap. Anybody that think that's cap, please put a cap inside of the comment section for me right now. If you think that what he's saying is pure and true, put 100 inside the comment. 100 or cap. Is he lying? Cap? Is he telling the truth? 100. All right? For me, I'm calling cap. I think it's BS. He would not do that for Sasha and Malia at all. He would not tell his daughters, yo, if you want to be a boy, then guess what? You're going to be a boy. But guess what? He is friends with Dwayne Wade. He is friends with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. He's friends with all of these people who are used to doing whatever the hell they want to do because they're so rich and bored that they want their children to be whatever they want. You want to be an animal today? Then you're an animal today. You want to be a baseball bat today? Then you a baseball bat. You want to be a baseball mitt? Then you a baseball mitt. Come on, bro. It's cap. He would not allow Sasha and Malia to just tell him, yo, dad or mom, I'm a boy today. I'm going to be using the bathroom with the boys. I'm going to be playing on boy teams for sports. I'm going out for the basketball team, but it's not going to be for the girls. It's going to be for the boys. That's cap. That is cap, man. Look at it as a father. You did not do justice for the rest of this country by doing that, man.
Now, I understand that people, for religious beliefs or just general discomfort might disagree. And I'm not the one who's making a big issue of it. But if the school districts around the country ask me, what do you think we should do? Then what we're going to do is tell them, let's find a way to accommodate them in a way that makes sure that these kids are not, excluded and ostracized.
Now. You see how he answered that, right? Let's just put it in a way that let them know that they're supported and they're not ostracized. He's slow walking it so he won't say exactly what he said. And exactly what he said in that letter in the fine print, so to speak. We will remove your funding if you don't play by our new rules. That's not the same thing that he's saying. That's not the same verbiage that he just now said to that man that asked him that question. That's not the same verbiage at all. That's a threat. We done put out, this is the line in the sand that I would not cross. We will sue your tail if you don't play by the rules, by the new rules, all right? And that's why I said Obama led the charge when it comes to this whole transgender and LGBTQ community thing. And also, wasn't he the president? And please help me out with this. Wasn't he the president that made Gay Pride Month? If I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, then hey, I apologize.